Okay, so Nocturnal Animals. So Nocturnal Animals follows the story of successful art gallery owner Susan Morrow, and after her husband leaves for a business trip in New York, she is left by her lonesome where her lavishing life is also depressing. Then suddenly she receives a novel written by her ex-husband Edward where she sees that it's dedicated and inspired by her basically. And it turns out it's this crazy violent story and she's like, oh my god, this shit is dedicated to me. I'm really scared right now. And as Susan continues to read the book and examines the context, she begins to realize this is a much personal story, forcing her to relive her dark past. Now, Nocturnal Animals is a second film written and directed by, surprisingly enough, fashion designer, also director Tom Ford. Never really knew that about the guy until I researched him. It's a pretty impressive record that this guy basically brought Gucci out of bankruptcy and his other art style is filmmaking. I think that's incredible. And I was really looking forward to this film because despite all the mixed feelings and reactions and reviews of this film, I heard nothing but great things about his first film, A Single Man, which I have not seen yet. I will fix that this month, I promise. And I wanted to give this film and Tom Ford a chance, and to put it shortly, thank goodness I did, because Nocturnal Animals is not gonna leave my head anytime soon. This film is all these things in one package. It's a thriller mixed with a revenge story, mixed with a little bit of a love story. All these aspects blend really well with what's going on with the film. Since you have a complex script having 3 different narratives telling 3 different storylines, you start to see how each one interconnects with another, and it's awesome. Because it's a very interesting way to tell a story and a very difficult task, mind you. I believe Tom Ford exceeded in that. Reasons why is because, for one, it follows the life of Amy Adams and how her life is in the present, but as she reads the novel that her ex-husband writes, she starts to see that her past is a huge influence on what goes on with the story. And also, in a way, it becomes a mystery because as you start to see these things that happen in the story, you start to question, you're like, okay, what happened with these characters that made this fictional story come to life? And Tom Ford does an excellent job in interweaving each narrative. He knocks it out of the park with this one. But what's even more impressive is his directing style. He has a way with visual storytelling that has a lot of meaning with these characters, but also with himself, because I believe this film is a reflection of himself. Without giving any spoilers away, of course, the way Tom Ford uses atmosphere, colors, and visual storytelling is a perfect reflection of what goes on in an artist's mind. If you look closely enough, maybe there could be something that you could relate to yourself. Not in any way of what the story that Jake Gyllenhaal writes, but just the deeper meaning and the context of what this story is trying to portray. It's going to leave you thinking in the end. If you like one of those movies where it leaves you questioning about the story and just requires a little bit more brain power than your average film, I believe Nocturnal Animals is gonna be your film. And if you don't like those types of films, then that's perfectly okay too, because we all love film, right? Whether it's a blockbuster or an indie. But I myself like dissecting the stories and finding a deeper meaning within what's going on here. I mean, because at the end, you kind of feel accomplished and it's great. And you got the performances in this film and they're just way too good. Starting off with Amy Adams as the main character, and just like I said about her performance in Arrival, this is a character that she isn't used to playing as much, which is always a great thing because she shows that she has different personalities as the movie progresses, and it's a great thing on how it's able to incorporate that within the story. And we also have Jake Gyllenhaal's performance in the movie, and I'm not talking about the way that the character is written, I'm talking about the performance alone, and I just don't think it's anything noteworthy. I mean, the dude's great, always, but you can't really say much to say that, oh yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's great, because he is great, come on, don't kid yourself. In which I just said that he's great, and I'm just blabbering on, and And we have Michael Shannon portraying a character in the written story, and he just plays this guy who just, like, I can't really give too much because this is just a character that you really need to experience yourself. And speaking of characters that you need to experience yourself, Aaron Taylor Johnson, I believe, gives an Oscar-worthy performance, playing this guy who's just really creepy and slimy the entire time he's on screen. The dude was a real film stealer. I was like, holy shit, Quicksilver came back to life and he became this asshole? Oh my god, I don't think you want that. But I will tell you something that you do want, and you want to see Nocturnal Animals, because I'm telling you guys, the way that the story is told and the way that the characters are interpreted, it's just so great all across the board. It's just one of those better movies to talk about, and I can admit, I need a couple more viewings to really understand this film, and I don't really blame the movie at all. It's my fault because it's fucking 3 a.m. right now, and I'm really tired as shit, and I'm blabbering on right now because I will say that Nocturnal Animals is definitely worth seeing at the full admission, and it's most likely gonna become a legendary upon those couple viewings. We will see. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching my review for Nocturnal Animals, and I want to know what your thoughts are about the film and how you guys interpreted this film and how you perceived it. I just want to know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below, so let's have that discussion. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all that social media shit down below. Keep in contact with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, may the force be with you. Holy shit, it's almost Star Wars. Oh, it's so cool. Anyway, may the force be with you.